Welcome to episode 22, and in today's episode we're going to be talking about cooking.
What's cooking?
Cooking is putting food, chopping it up, throwing it in a pan, saying lots of things in Italian and other languages, and then serving it up and looking beautiful.
Yeah.
Whenever I try it, it doesn't quite end up like that at all.
No.
I put the mince in the pan, it turns brown, and I think,
I probably should add something.
I actually put some Domino sauce in this. Not sponsored. And then I make some rice probably after that's cooked, so it all ends up being a bit of a mess. I'm just not good at cooking, bro.
You're not good at timings?
Let me story my life.
Boom, boom.
No, I just, there's something about cooking which I was about to use the word despise. I think it's because I'm not good at it. But also I can't be bothered because I look at food as a nutritional value.
Okay.
I eat to live, I don't live to eat.
Right.
And therefore cooking is a step in the middle of me getting the nutrition. So I just don't like it.
There's a barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Well, my timing's good. Like, I'm good at doing a roast dinner because I'm quite good at saying, right, so that goes on, and then about halfway through I'm going to put this on. I don't do timings though, in the sense I use a timer. I do it by...
You could do it in your head.
Prod it with knives and look at it. That's my method, and that's served me quite well. I'm not one of these people that puts a timer on. Rarely put things at the right temperature, I'm sure. I just know it's either 100, somewhere between 160 and 200.
Just that's a 40-degree variance.
Yeah, my oven's not very good. I think it makes much difference, to be honest.
It's just got
it's hot or not.
Yeah, it's like when a car has like up to 200 miles per hour. It's never going to reach the 200.
Yeah, my oven's never getting to 200. Charge it out. The seal on it's gone. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. Next time I eat over yours, I'll know to really check the colour of that chicken.
Really check it. Yeah. That's all right.
Do you enjoy it?
Sort of, a bit. Yeah, but I'm not really into it. Like, I've got friends that are proper into cooking. They love it. They've got double ovens, two ovens, so you can cook more things at the same time. Which to me seems... I just wouldn't see...
You've got friends with two ovens?
Yeah. Craig and Alex both got double ovens.
Craig and Alex have double ovens?
They're both proper into cooking.
Really?
They love it.
Double ovens?
Yeah, it's quite hard to say. Double ovens.
Double ovens.
Yeah, we've got double ovens.
They don't need double ovens. That's a bit pretentious, isn't it?
I wouldn't need double ovens.
Double ovens?
But they love cooking, absolutely love it. They're really enthusiastic, and they ridiculed me for most of my
having
life.
One oven.
But because I'd say like, I had curry last night, and they're like, what did you make? And I said, well, I took the jar.
I did the jar.
I put the jar on I cooked the meat. Browned the chicken off. That was
lovely. Browned it off perfectly.
Yeah, 5 to 10 minutes of my life. Is that how long you cook? I don't even know how long, because I do it by sight, and then I do cut into it obviously to make sure it's not pink in the middle, and then it's done. But I'm not timing it, going 8 minutes, that's done.
Yeah.
And then put the sauce on. And so it was, if you remember, because I'm sure you've been watching avidly, one of my New Year's resolutions or goals for this year was to learn how to make curry. And I have, from scratch, made curries.
Amazing.
Yes.
Love it. You checked that box.
Tick that box, yes. It's been so warm, I haven't made one for a while, but as soon as the temperature dips off and you get more into like...
Cozy mode.
Cozy foods, I'm cracking out the curries again. And I'm gonna diversify. I'm going to try korma.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, what's the other one? Like boona. That's the oniony one.
Boona.
I'm a fan of onions, so I'm going to crack out the boonas. Crack out the boonas.
Crack out the boonas.
And my korma.
With some naan and mabajis.
Pasanda. That's like a korma, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, pasanda's like a korma.
I always go for either a korma. I think it's chicken tikka masala. Is that the tomatoey one? Creamy tomato? No, it's creamy, but I can't remember the tomato. Don't know. I go for a tomato one, but usually I play it safe with the korma.
Rogan Josh, I think, is a tomatoey one.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think the hottest I would go comfortably was a chicken danzak.
Yeah.
And that was a little bit... I think I got to the point where I was like, why am I eating this? Because I'm just kind of bearing the pain of the heat.
I completely agree.
I'd rather enjoy the food and not have to think about the pain of eating the food.
Mine's a Jalfrezi, and even that's a bit of a push.
That's one of the hot. That's like the hottest, isn't it?
No. I think like Jalfrezi's like under Vindaloo and a file.
Vindaloo. Yeah, but that's still like
it's still fairly. Maybe it's a Madras. There was a Madras. Which I don't know. Whichever's the milder of those two is probably the one I can tolerate.
Madras is. I think it's milder than a Jalfrezi.
So maybe it's a Madras.
Okay, I'm not sure if I had a Madras.
Let's go for a curry.
Maybe we should. Well, maybe we will.
We won't sleep tonight then. We'll be sweating.
That's
we have
true.
Chinese food. I was like, oh, do I do it to myself? Oh.
Yeah, I think because I did try for a period of time because I wanted to. Why did I want to do this? I think it was to try and save time because another part of cooking is you've got to buy all the ingredients and do the prep work, and that's the stuff I really don't like. My go-to for cooking is to batch cook. So if I'm making mince, I'm making the whole pack of mince. If I'm making chicken, generally speaking, I'm making the whole pack of chicken. The amount of chicken I've thrown away because it's gone off, like at the full packs of chicken, it's just ridiculous, disgusting.
No.
Yeah.
Freeze it.
Yeah, I do, and then I take it out, and then I either go away for 3 days. Like it's just because my lifestyle is kind of not,
of course,
set in one place. So now, if I do get a pack, same as I did it just the other day, I didn't cook all of them together like a moron. But what I should have done is chop them up. But I think it was a curry I was making actually.
Yeah.
I think. Maybe not. I can't remember what it was, but I was chopping chicken out for something, and then I left 3 breasts. What I should have done is put those in the oven for a different meal. But I didn't.
But you didn't.
So, no, they went off, and then the bin had just been taken. So it's like, I can't let them go off.
Yeah.
And it was like they're in the freezer.
Oh, okay.
So they just started to turn, and I thought, I can't put them there, so I'll freeze them again.
Are you gonna forget?
And when the bins are about to be taken, they'll go in the bin.
Like
they're in a plastic bag, so I know that they're the ones that are
poultry ice cubes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm not very adventurous. Particularly when I'm on my own, I'm really not very adventurous. Like one of my go-to quick meals. Don't judge me. Nachos. You just get a load of lightly salted tortilla chips.
That's not a meal, Chris. That's a bag of crisps. that's...
Bear with me.
Okay.
And I dice up an onion, fry it. Takes a few minutes.
What I thought you were going to say there is I dice them up. To make it feel like you're prepping the nachos.
I chop the crisps into tiny
just hitting the nachos up.
Gently slice them apart.
Then you put some in a mess of them. You grind those out, sprinkle them on top.
I put it all in a blender, the pint of milk, and just open my gullet and just let the salty stodge just.
That's a meal.
Like a crisp puree.
Oh God, that's so horrific.
Don't judge.
So sorry, what do you do? The nachos.
Yes, and so I do a bed of tortillo, lightly salted tortillo crisps.
I love the vocab. A bed.
Lay a bed of
the foundation
on the plate. The foundation,
right,
of crunchy goodness. Fry off an onion.
Right.
Put it on the bed.
This just because you're doing an arm action doesn't mean that there's more to that. Let me fry up an onion, which is just
distributed evenly across the bed of chips, and then I've got choices.
Okay.
Yeah, and typically,
what's in the fridge?
I'll tell you the more palatable one, the one which I won't get mocked for so much. Tuna, a tin of tuna. Drain it
the
off.
one you won't get mocked for as much is the tin of tuna. I can't think of anything more.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? That's Mexican with tuna.
Oh, they don't know it. So
who are you feeding it to? They will know.
Flake it on the bed. So now you've got your bed, your onion, your tuna.
You've got a fishy bed.
And then, of course, shitload of cheese. It's a tuna. It's like a tuna melt nachos.
No.
What's wrong with that?
You're looking at. I saw the way your eyes looked, and it was looking in this place of that's absolutely acceptable and fine. It's not.
Yeah, it is.
No.
It is absolutely acceptable.
If you're listening to this and you disagree or agree, I want to hear from you. q@stillwondering.com. Wondering with an A. Drop us an email. Put it in the comments.
I think you should register your support for this as a meal.
No.
And register that support, q@stillwondering.com.
I'm interested in what the less palatable of the two. Cat food.
Not far off, actually, probably. Corned beef.
Corned beef.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somehow I feel that's more palatable than the tuna.
Oh, really?
Because beef, steak, mince, you can have that in like a Mexican-y thing.
Yeah.
But corned beef is like a proper World War.
Oh, it is.
World War One,
It
World
is.
War Two, something in a tin.
I was going to say, we grew up eating that. I mean, not exclusively. Like we weren't that poor.
Yeah.
But there was often a tin of corned beef knocking about for a corned beef sandwich.
I think there was.
So yeah, you get it out. It's better if it's been in the fridge because then it slices better. Little tip. Keep your corned beef in the fridge. Slices much more easily. And then sort of, so cut it sort of horizontally and then chop those.
So you're dicing it?
Chop them in strips, corned beef strips.
Okay.
So you've got little corned beef strips. Sprinkle that on your onion bed. Actually, corned beef has already got onion in, so you could, if you wanted to, forego the onion. But I like to bulk up the vegetables in my meals. So onion, corned beef, shitload of cheese.
Shitload of cheese.
Grill it, obviously, not an animal.
Okay, so you're grilling that?
Oh yeah, grill. Get it all melted and till the cheese is just on the brown turn, you know.
Okay. And that's your go-to?
I'm hungry. I wouldn't say it's my go-to. I'd say I have that once a week, so it's a regular.
Once a week?
Yeah.
Bro, you're not that broke.
I enjoy it. Obviously, if it's tuna, ketchup. If it's corned beef, obviously.
If it's tuna, hold on. You said that as if that's normal. If it's tuna, ketchup?
Yes.
What's wrong with you?
Tomato goes with tuna.
Tomato doesn't go with fish.
It does.
No.
It does. You can buy Mediterranean tuna ready meals.
I'm sorry.
What does it go with then?
Tomato?
Tuna.
What does tuna go with?
Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
That could work.
No, it does work.
That could work. I choose ketchup.
Lemon?
That'd be daft.
Yeah, well, I say lemon with salmon, actually. I take that back. You have with... Yeah, but it's more than tomato. What are you talking about? It's better than tomato sauce.
You're going to buy some tartar just from my... a little bit of tartar sauce with my crisp tuna melt. And obviously the corned beef is brown sauce because it'd be criminal to do anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one of my cooking tips for the...
I suppose I've got to share one of mine now, haven't I?
Yeah, go on.
I'm trying to think of one of the worst ones, just so I kind of be on the same level as you.
Alex and Craig see this. They're going to destroy me. They're going to come rip my oven out.
And have a third one. We're having that.
Yes.
I think. Oh man. Okay. Two of my regular things. I'll buy chicken and I'll buy mince. The way I'll use the chicken is either breasts in the oven with some herbs on top or paprika on top. Wrap that up with a bit of water, chuck that in the oven for between 20 and 40 minutes, depending on how I feel. Generally it will cook. That comes out, I'll have that with some peas, broccoli, if I've got the broccoli and it hasn't gone off, if I'm honest. What else do I have with that? Sometimes potatoes, but I tend to buy potatoes and then not cook them. That's just a habit I've got, which is terrible. And if I do buy potatoes and I do end up cooking them, and I've got 2 bags, there's 1 kilo bags, isn't it? I'll have to cook the entire kilo.
Right.
But I will get through them.
Okay.
But yeah, sometimes there's just a bag that then just starts to sprout, and I have to then, or throw them away. So that happens a lot. I buy them with good meaning, or rice. That with rice, that works. That's a staple. I've then got stir fry, which is another one. Sweet and sour sauce in a jar.
Yeah.
Chuck the chicken in, sweet and sour sauce in a jar, rice. Lovely.
I should do that more often, actually.
Yeah.
I always forget about stir fry.
Super simple. I used to buy the bags of like mixed veg, and then chuck that in with that, and then have a bit more of a fuller meal. Yeah, I can still do that, I suppose. But yeah, sweet and sour chicken in a jar. With the mince, I tend to have it's spag bowl, but without the spaghetti and instead pasta.
Okay.
Or it will be mince with Indomino sauce, and that'll either go on toast, or I'll have it with rice, or I'll have it with pasta, or whatever's kind of going. But it's kind of a thing that I can cook together, put in a Tupperware box, and go, right, I can eat that in like 3 or 4 different ways, and I'll get through it, and it's fine. So yeah, those are kind of my go-tos. I'm trying to think of other stuff I do. Fish, occasionally I'll buy like a salmon half, get through that in a couple of sittings.
Yep.
Tuna pasta, just pasta, tuna, mayonnaise.
Cheese?
No cheese. No, I've gone off cheese a little bit. I don't really have it much.
So much
I
cheese.
think half a block just kind of goes off in the fridge and I have to throw it away.
Yeah,
I'll get through it quickly.
Normally got 1 on the go and 1 or 2 on standby.
Okay. Standby.
I do have cheese. Every time I have an omelette, it has to have cheese in it. Tuna melt omelettes are very nice. Similar principle to the crisps, but with egg.
It's more acceptable. I don't know why, but somehow it's more acceptable because I've seen you cook it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have fry-ups as well. Like if I buy some bacon, then I've always got beans in the cupboard. So it'll be beans, eggs. I get through eggs fairly frequently. Fried eggs, generally speaking. What else? There was something I was doing, and it must have been for months, when I was trying to put on weight, and I was like weighing everything. I think a friend of mine gave me like a diet plan, which was really boring, but it did the job. I put on weight. It was just mince browned off, no sauce, or chicken browned off, no sauce. So you've just got raw mince or chicken. That goes in a wrap, and you can put mayonnaise in it, or sweet and sour, sweet chili as well. That was just wrapped up with peppers, and that was just like just wraps.
That's nice. Yeah, I do like a good wrap. Yeah,
they're really easy, but it does get quite bland.
Yeah,
it becomes very samey.
And that's the trick, isn't it, with cooking? Is to have enough variety within a week, so you don't get bored. Because it can get boring. We're like, oh, I'm going to have that again. So, but then you do find that if you're in the supermarkets, you do tend to, I do anyway, gravitate towards the same things. Yeah. Because I know I like that, and I know how long it lasts.
It's because you need to think about it.
Yeah,
so exactly. I know I can make with that. Yeah. I know exactly what that meal is.
Yeah. I know what's cost effective and tend not to deviate from those things. But I can put stir fry on the list. That's definitely one I need to add in.
Super easy.
Have a stir fry once a week. That'd be good.
Yeah.
But generally buying a lot less meat. So I always have a look at the sort of vegetarian options, and just see what's on offer and try and say, I could do that, which is reduced with, I don't know. You do like the reduced style, don't you? Oh, yeah.
What do you call it?
Casualty corner.
Is it casualty corner?
Which was somebody at work, Michelle. She told me that one. That's stuck now. Casualty corner.
Casualty corner.
Yeah, all the dented tins and
all the yellow labels.
Yeah, stuff that's on the turn. You know. Yeah.
You like that?
That's it. And got quite a big freezer, so I get it and freeze it, and
fair enough.
Yeah. Never had any problems.
Think about it. I was speaking to a pub across the road from me. I know the couple in there relatively well. They're getting married, and they're having it in the pub. It's quite a low-key thing. And they said, "Can you come along and do some magic?" And I said, "Oh, could you think?" Because he's the chef at the pub. I said, "Would you be able to give some cooking lessons? Like, I'll do a good deal."
Yeah.
So I've done them a good deal regardless. And he was up for giving me cooking lessons. And we started chatting. I poured my first Guinness.
Oh, really?
I went in there to see them. They were just closing up. They said, "Oh, do you want to have a drink?" So I hung out there, had a couple of pints, just had a chat with them. I poured my first Guinness. It was on my Instagram. It was really cool. He just immediately said, "Oh, you know how to do it, right?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "Oh, okay." He just showed me how to do it. Anyway, he was saying, yes, he's up for doing it, but it's all about sauces, because that's where the flavour's coming from. You can cook the steak, you can cook the chicken or the main stuff, the veg, but it's all in the seasoning and the sauces. Right. So he said, if you learn how to make like 3 or 4 sauces, those sauces can go with multiple meals. So once you can make a really good sauce, then everyone's going to love your food, because, do you know what I mean? Right. It's like, oh shit. And he he worked with Marco Perry White. Okay. So Marco Perry White's method is he makes his sauces from well-known sources. So he uses Heinz ketchup, brown sauce, the other, I can't remember the other ones he mentioned, but he uses those, mixes them up and makes his own because he's taking ingredients from the best already to make a great sauce. That's his kind of theory.
Wow.
Which is interesting. So my first lesson with him is tomorrow.
Brilliant.
I'm going to help him prep for actual customers, which is quite scary. But I'm going to be cutting something or doing something to help make actual food for paying punters. Like,
that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
And you're going to record it as well?
I don't think I think I'll might like Instagram vlog it. Mm-hmm. But when I'm in the kitchen, I don't want to be messing around really.
Yeah, that's right.
I actually want to learn.
I wonder if he'll go Gordon Ramsay on you.
Fucking!
What you fucking doing? You prick! Was you crying in a corner? I'm sorry. I chopped the onion wrong.
Yes. Tears from the onion.
Yeah. And the emotional
stress.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm going to get some proper cooking lessons.
That's great.
The reason for this is I had a date round a little while ago. Ooh. And she cooked and she made a really good is it risotto? Yeah, risotto.
Yeah.
I was like, you've got like meals.
Date round and you made her cook.
No. I went round to hers and she made risotto.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't make her cook.
I thought you said I
come to mine. You can cook.
Yeah.
No, this is a while ago. This is a couple of months ago.
Okay.
And she made a really good risotto. Risotto is like the rice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she made a really good one. I was like, okay, you actually know how to cook, or you can make like a thing that you're good at.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I don't have one of those. I've got, like, you've heard what my list was. I mean, it's better than nachos and tuna. And corned beef.
Oh.
Nearly done, love. Fucking hell, bro.
Oh, I spent hours in the kitchen slaving away at this. Chopping the corned beef up. Scraping the tin of tuna out.
So, as you heard from my list, there's nothing particularly impressive. The only thing I'm relatively good at is pancakes.
Right, you've been doing those for as long as I remember, yeah.
That's the only thing I can really do. And she mentioned she can make cookies as well, and I was like, oh man, I need to level up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so since then it's like, all right, I need to learn some dishes. I need to get like 3 dishes, which would be great for like a date.
Yeah.
Having a date over, get 3 like really good ones.
That's
nailed.
all you need.
And then like another 3 just wholesome food.
Yeah.
Like a really good, I don't know, shepherd's pie or something. Just something like warm, wholesome, and it tastes good.
Yes.
If I can get like 6 dishes which are actual dishes and not just me throwing shit together, I'll be really pleased.
That's great. That's probably all you need. If you can do that 3 times, you've probably done what you need to do in terms of the dating scenario, and then you can just let go.
That's true.
Get Chinese ordered.
Yeah.
Like tonight we're having chicken and chips,
Yeah.
Beans on toast.
It's a good plan, isn't it?
That's a really good idea. I think I did shepherd's pie for the first time the other week. It went pretty well actually. I can't remember how I found a recipe just on like BBC recipe, and it turned out really nicely. So
nice.
That was pretty cool. So I have branched out.
That's good.
I don't rely on the nacho meals.
Good. One little tip for the nachos that I saw online was they took a table. So this is when you've got like a party of people around. Yeah. Kitchen table. Lay down lines of foil, like kitchen foil.
Yeah.
But layer it all up overlapping each other.
Yeah.
Then you get your nachos, and you sprinkle them in like a semicircle.
Oh yeah.
And then you put the like veg and stuff in the middle. Then you get the cheese, and they like have this cheese. I think they cut open the cheese and it like melted all over the thing. So you like there's no plates. You're just eating over the table. And at the end, you just wrap everything up in the tin foil, and chuck it away.
Wow, that's a good tip.
It's a party idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it uses a lot of tin foil.
Well, yes.
Which makes me kind of environmentally conscious.
That's true.
And you might, if it's a nice table, you might burn the varnish.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I thought it was quite a cool idea.
Yeah, it's quite a nice idea.
Get like a big chopping board and
plate-free eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, you often get that, don't you, in restaurants? They bring out your burger on a bit of wood.
Oh, that's true.
That's true. So
I always thought that was like a value add, but actually it makes it easier for them.
I think it probably is.
How often do you break a chopping board?
Exactly.
Never.
That's true. Probably easier, probably smaller to clean as well.
Yeah. It's probably prepped on that board.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not, but...
Yeah. You could use all sorts, couldn't you? Well, I mean, What could you use? Yeah,
The ironing board.
pile it on the ironing board.
If we ever release a restaurant, bro, everything could be served on an iron. The amount of drinks we spelt on my ironing board.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a terrible table.
The Still Wandering restaurant, which will go between really nice sauces, dishes which you'd make, and then there'll be the nacho dishes.
Nacho corner.
Which, you know, obviously I'll teach you how to make that because I don't want you messing it up. Yeah. It's something I'm quite proud of. So
Okay.
You do the pancakes, I'll do the omelettes. Would you come?
Yeah. Question of the week. Would you come to our restaurant?
Would you come to our restaurant?
Yeah. Let us know what your favourite foods are and how you like to cook them. And if you can top any of the things that Chris has said in this, I mean, that is just some absurd fucking mixtures of food. But let us know what you think of our dishes. Do you think ketchup goes with tuna? I think is the question of this podcast. Does ketchup go with tuna? Definitely not. But let us know your thoughts. Send out an email, q@stillwondering. That's wondering with an A. Stillwondering q@stillwondering.com. Wondering with an A. Drop us your comments there and questions, and we'll answer all of them. We'll read them all, answer them all, and it will give us content because we are. I mean, to be honest, we are running thin. So we do need your support for those 11 listeners that might be listening right now. They made it to the end. We should probably do this at the beginning. We'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Tomato and tuna do go together.
Don't.
They do.
That's gross.